Last time on Ryuutama, we went through the magical veil and we left our homeland. Ooh. So, Ash, why don't you go ahead and start us off with the journal entry?
Yep, with some of that sweet journal.
Yeah. I need some journaling. Bullet journaling.
Play me some of your word music.
Paint us a portrait.
So I believe where we started off last time is we were just walking back to town, if I remember correctly.
Sure. I mean, you're the journaler.
Yeah,
pretty much.
You're in charge of this.
The journal.
This is your job.
Journalissimo.
Okay. It took 2 more days, but we finally made it back home. We all got back into town quietly, parted ways, knowing that we'd get together tomorrow around the docks. I made my way back to Hanobano, and Auntie Miss Morgan was so startled to see me. "He's back," she shouted. I told her I had to help out with Aster with a sudden bucket-related emergency. It took longer than expected. I also told her that I was finally ready to leave home and set out on my own. There were tears, mostly from Uncle Andy. Aunt Morgan gave me a special family bracelet and a new journal. Uncle Andy gave me a box of super special spices. They both seemed so proud. The next morning, I made baked horns filled with cream, my aunt's favorite. I met up with Aster, and we made our way to the docks to join up with the others. He talked with the shipwright, Captain Notatrue, and he offered up 2 ships, the Empty Null and the Instinctually Spontaneous. The Null was half in the water and had a broken mast and could barely fit us. The Instinctually Spontaneous was very large and grand. We had no chance of affording it. This is when Aster started in and pitched a wild idea. Let us borrow the awesome ship, and we'll help the captain throw an epic party celebrating the destruction of the crappy ship. It was a dumb idea, and no sane person would ever go for it. The captain went for it. We provided some decorations and some party herbs. And the ship was ours. We loaded it up with provisions, picked our bedrooms, and set off. We rigged the Wind Dragon's heart to blow towards the sails. It was scary. I've been sailing before, but I've always been close enough to actually see the island. After the first day, it was nothing but sea and sky. And crabs. We're getting attacked by crabs right now. Holy crap. They're huge, and the main one can talk. Aster managed to knock one of them off the ship, and we killed the talking one. Crab cakes are on the menu. After another day or so, we reached the massive fog wall, and we went in.
All right.
And that's where we're at.
Holy crab.
Holy crab. So, all of you awaken to a reverberating clap of thunder. It startles you out of a deep slumber, and your eyes jolt open. As your body and mind try to comprehend the transition from dead asleep to sluggishly moving, you also note a seasickness in your belly. The churning of stomach acids and the rocking of the boat is mixed for an unpleasant experience. Since you've crossed the barrier, it's been several days. Up until this moment, it's literally been smooth sailing. The waters have been still and the air stale. You haven't seen a bird, nor water beast, just silence. Another boom of thunder resonates throughout the ship. It's abnormally loud. You can hear the onslaught of rain crashing onto the deck, and the wind whistles sharply. Living on Okar has hastened you for many a sea storms, but this one is far worse. Even Bast, you're feeling a little queasy. After your startled awaken, what do you do?
I'm vomiting.
Don't make that sound. It makes.
Are you two sharing a room?
No, I could hear him from the other room.
I'm a very loud vomiter, and I apologize.
These walls are way thinner.
My stomach's very big. It contains.
Bucket. I might need the bucket.
Oh, it's a vomit bucket now.
I go up to the deck to see how bad the storm is, if it was awoken by a clap of thunder.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you approach the deck, rain pours. It's still dark outside, with the breath of early morning whispering to the horizon. You are soaked instantly.
All right.
It's like a good organ pour, apparently. The sails flap in the wind, and you see a pink cat clutching to a rope, trying to hold on and help, swaying back and forth. The dragon heart is glowing brighter than you've ever seen it, illuminating the entire deck and hundreds of feet beyond.
Okay. I guess I yell up at the cat. Can you fly? Are you stuck? Do you need help?
The cat like turns around and hisses at you, like swipes, and then starts flying, hovering.
Does it get buffeted by the window?
Does it what?
Get buffeted by the window? Like the wind?
Yeah, it's going back and forth, but they're still like upset that they didn't try it first. Try to use their cat claws to help with the sails, but to no
Them their
fast.
wine dragons, forgetting that they can fly.
What about you, Marna? What are you doing?
I gather a bunch of herbs and I start knocking on Bast's door, and I'm going to offer you something for your stomach.
Well, oh, thanks, Marna.
Yeah, so you take this and I crumple the herbs, put it in some tea, and drink that. It should help make you less. No, it's actually more toxic if you eat it.
Oh, gross.
If you want to make your own tea, that's fine. I'll go and give some to Aster now.
Okay, just find some water. And then as soon as you leave, I eat it.
Water.
This will be fine.
So
You
I'm
may or may not have the squirts later.
The double Jim Jims.
the double Jim Jims. So I'm like walking down the hallway, like as like the ship's rocking back and forth, just trying to make my way to the stairs to see what's up as well. So like as you're
Aster,
coming out,
there
yeah.
you are.
Hi.
I have like the cane. I'm basically like using it to hold me still.
Yeah,
steady.
yeah, from the rocking.
I brought you something for your stomach. I'm sure you're probably quite queasy from this.
Yeah, but I think if I stop and even think about it, it might make everything. Oh, it's worse now. I'm gonna keep going. Okay. And I'm like slowly like making my way up the stairs, and then as I start to turn, you see that like Bucket is actually like holding me like by my pants and like pushing me forward.
Oh.
It's all Bucket right now.
Is there even enough room in that hallway for the both of us and Bucket?
Well, Bucket's behind me. But
he's a
it's
big
a line,
pig, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I have to dodge out of that.
Well, no, because I would say I come out, and you're over here like to my left
like
next
how
door.
wide is Bucket?
As wide as the hallway, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's just coming straight out of the door, and we're going straight up the stairs, and you're like over here in the hallway.
Okay.
Does that make sense? We're
Okay.
closer to it already. You don't have to get squeezed by Bucket.
Okay. Okay, I don't want to be squeezed by
Yeah.
Bucket.
So Bucket's pushing me up the stairs.
Put that on a t-shirt.
So to confirm, the dragon heart is now glowing and is
glowing.
producing way more wind than has been typical thus
Well,
far?
you don't know that if the dragon heart is producing wind,
Right.
because there's also been thunder.
Right.
Cyrus! What's wrong with the dragon heart?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily dragon heart. We're in a big old storm, bud.
Isn't the dragon heart supposed to make it not stormy or something? Like just smooth sailing?
All right, I come up onto the deck.
You're wet.
Yeah, we're
Also,
yeah.
you're wet.
Yeah.
Everyone's
It's
wet.
like I
Bucket's wet.
I was gonna say like I was in the
didn't go
hallway,
out.
but I didn't go out.
What?
I didn't go out.
You're not wet.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I actually didn't go all the way out because like I walked up to the edge of it and I
Okay.
was like looking out and I could
You're
see, and
not
that's why
wet
I'm
then.
yelling at him. But then if you're coming up behind, then that means you pushed
pushed
into
you out.
Bucket, and that pushed me out front.
Yep.
So I like fall over into the front and immediately soaked, and then Bucket thinks it's hilarious, and so Bucket runs out like right over top of me and is like running around, jumping in the rain. It's very excited.
It's fine. Got a
Very
wet pig.
soaked woolly pig.
It's fun to play in the rain. He knows how to have a good time.
Oh no, I stopped moving.
You should have some of those herbs that Marna's given out. They don't taste very good, but they make your stomach feel better.
Marna, you still have those things?
I call it from the hallway. I do. You just have to boil it in water.
You don't have to boil it in water.
I suggest you boil it in water. You don't want to be like Bass in a couple hours.
I'll find some boiled water.
So, I'm wondering, maybe there's a lightning dragon?
So, Bast, noting that you've also been a sailor for some time, that this storm is very abnormal, right? Like
Either there's a lightning dragon or we are in the worst storm of the century.
If it's super duper windy, shouldn't we lower the sails? Or raise the sails?
It depends, because if this wind is being created by the dragon heart, then it's going to guide us in the right direction, no matter what. But if this is something other than the dragon heart, then yes, we should probably raise the sails.
I think regardless if it's this windy, we don't want to break the sails.
Yeah, okay, you got a good point. Are you gonna go raise them? Because
I'll grab one of them and start attempting to...
I think we have to go up into the thing to do the thing.
Is there not like a rope that it's tied down to on the deck? And...
How can you guys hear each other over this loud rain?
Because we're standing right next to each other.
But I can't even hear you right here. Did you say something back?
No!
Okay.
I grab the rope for one of the sails and I attempt to start
Excellent.
raising it.
I want everyone to roll a spirit.
A spirit?
A spirit.
That's my
roll.
worst stat.
Oh, baby.
Come on.
That's pretty good.
Get out.
3.
Get out.
That's a 2.
7.
All right. So
The Ocho.
You guys have very good
That's my one.
So, Aster, as you're trying to yell at them and you're like looking around while you're yelling, you notice a flash in the sky in the distance, and your eyes like sort of dart toward it. You see the outline of like a giant sparkling bird, and then it flashes again, and that's no bird. That's a dragon.
Yeah.
Best!
Yeah.
I believe your theory on the dragon may hold some weight, because I'm pretty sure I just saw one up there!
All right, we're gonna have to kill another dragon.
What'd you say, Aster? I can't hear you.
There's a dragon up there!
And it's just sort of flying around. The dragon's not really paying attention to any of you. At this point, Marta, do you go join them on the deck, or are you still staying?
I'm staying dry.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll be watching them.
And you know that definitely you've heard like these types of storms from your grandmama about like dragon storms and how they're very fierce. So you're sort of like, I think that's why you didn't go outside quite yet. You're like sort of suspicious
I want to
of
stay
it.
dry. I also don't want to fall overboard. Because, you know,
Yeah, that's good.
this is some rocking waves.
Yeah.
I'd rather be safe as the leader.
I just have an image of Marta like falling off the boat. I don't want that to happen.
I see a very like Miyazaki like like a couple of frames thing where like you like walk up and it's like, and then you just kind of like fall over the side.
So as all of you are sort of like pointing and noticing the dragon, and there's like sparkling like lightning off of its wing tips and everything like that, it circles the ship over you like several times, and then it just sort of flies off in a direction.
Yeah, that was definitely a dragon.
Yeah, does the storm follow
The
with
storm
it?
follows with the dragon.
Okay.
So as the dragon moves away, the rain ceases, you know, there's not thunder, but you can definitely see like the storm surrounding the lightning dragon.
Like basically we can see the clouds and everything
Yep.
like moving into the distance.
You can see the storm. It's almost like if you were at the coast and you can see a storm in the distance, or like if you look up in the sky, you know, it's like there's storm clouds like over like 5 miles over there. It's very much like that.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Yeah.
I think that the dragon left. Oh, sorry. I think the dragon left.
Hey, Cat Eugen?
I feel a lot better now.
Cat Eugen?
Meow.
Yeah. Hey, that was a dragon.
Meow.
We need you to be person Yugen.
The cat sighs.
How does a cat sigh?
And then transforms into the human form. But now human form is like completely drenched.
Was cat form not?
No, cat form was also completely
Okay.
drenched, but they didn't want to be human form and drenched.
Yeah.
It's like, I was trying to avoid that. Yes. Yeah, did you see the dragon?
Yeah, we saw the dragon.
Hard to miss.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I guess it is pretty hard to miss, but you should probably follow the
Kill
dragon.
it?
No!
You can tell us to kill it.
I know! Do you want to kill it?
No, we didn't want to kill the first one either, but here we are. We got a heart mounted to a pole.
Yeah, you gotta kill a dragon to save all dragons.
Okay, just one though, right?
Just the one. You don't
right.
have to kill this one unless you've got a taste for it, and now you want to kill all dragons. Do you
I mean,
want to kill all dragons?
no,
I mean,
the-
that's
sort of
gonna-
says-
Dragon meat
path.
wasn't very good.
yeah, they're not tasty.
No.
There's not much of a market for it.
No.
Yeah.
It's old.
What?
It's gamey.
Yeah.
As a dragon, you probably would tell us that you're not tasty, are you?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's yeah.
Although
yeah.
I've never tried to eat other dragons.
But we literally did eat that dragon, and it wasn't very good.
Hey, so
Yeah.
what are we trying to do with this lightning dragon?
I think we just have to follow it for now. It obviously wanted our attention if it flew out and over
But
here.
if we go to where the dragon is, does that mean we're gonna have to go into a storm? Because that sounds like a terrible time. Is there any way that we can reason with the dragon to be like, yo, chill on the storm?
Well, what if we just go close to the storm, but then like stay a little away? Be like, hey, dragon, we see you, but like we're gonna stay on the dry side.
Yeah, and as we're all having this conversation, you notice that the dragon is getting farther and farther away.
Wait, does our dragon heart no longer take us where we need to go?
Sails are up.
Yeah, should we lower the sails? We should probably lower the. Oh,
right.
I'm feeling it again, guys. I need to.
Did you not have the
be back.
herbs? Go get the herbs.
No, I was busy. I'll be right back. And I run downstairs into the kitchen.
I attempt to lower the sails again.
Does that mean we're moving? I don't know enough about boats.
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
It means the
I was
wind.
like-
It means the wind can catch in the sails.
I also
there
just.
we go. That's what we need to be doing.
I'm gonna add a little moment. As you go to lower the sails, I'm imagining the wind is like blowing off of the heart again. So like you're getting like blow dried as you go up there.
Yeah,
Air drying on.
love it. So yeah, we should probably just follow that dragon. I mean, we're not going to be able to catch up with it anyway. Look how fast it's going.
Is the heart actually pointing us in that right direction? Is it going to lead us to the dragon?
You have to lead the dragon. You have to follow the dragon. So the heart just makes the wind go so that the boat goes. But you've been doing the direction
You previously
the whole time.
told us that this thing will take us where we need to go.
Yeah, you said that it'll blow the wind in the
Now
direction we
we'll-
need to go.
Well, fine, then it'll take you where you need to go.
But like, but we still need to adjust the sail to follow, right?
Yeah.
Because like the wind will be blowing, you know,
Well, sure.
forward behind the
Sure.
sails, and now it's maybe it's even blowing towards that dragon.
We
But
just need to
have
catch the wind.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
catch that way because it's like if we have a crosswind, you can
Exactly.
still go in the wrong direction, right?
You can. But so far, we've been doing a good job at that.
Okay.
You gotta follow your heart.
And also
Dragon's
follow this
heart.
Dragon's
compass. I figured out compasses.
Yes.
Great.
How do they work?
Don't follow the arrow.
Got it.
I think that's what we learned.
No,
Last
that's
time.
you don't follow the arrow. That's what you told me last time. Arrow points north.
Right.
We don't always go north.
So if you wanted to go
Sometimes
east,
you go north.
so if you wanted to go east,
Yes.
and the arrow is pointing this way, which way do we go?
The other way.
No, that's south.
No, I mean the other way. There's 4 ways. There's the
what's
other
the
way,
way east?
the other way, and then that other way.
So the more
then
time
north.
that you're sitting here complaining about the compass,
I'm lowering the sail.
we should
I'm-
probably follow that dragon before it gets out of distance.
No, we're going. We're going. The sails are down. We're
okay.
doing it.
Sails
Brent
down.
turns back into a cat and like wanders off. Like I'm not being here for this. I'm done. I'm gonna go find some wine.
So as you guys are all talking
wine.
about all this stuff,
Cat
like
wine.
I come up and it's like I'm immediately in like, oh, I need to stay home from school today. Like I've got like a little mug full of my tea and I got like a little towel that I've like dried myself off on, and I am cradling Air Demon as my little
Stinky air demon.
yeah, Stinky Air Demon as my little like emotional support animal, and I'm just like, hey guys, I'm feeling a little bit better. What are we doing?
Well, we're following the storm, apparently.
Spit take. Why?
Well,
It was not fun.
I think we're trying to be buds with that dragon.
What? But I thought we were supposed to kill dragons.
No, we
no.
don't want to kill dragons anymore.
I'm getting real confused by all this.
I know, right?
But if you want to kill the dragon, apparently we can, which is a weird thing for a dragon to tell us. But that's what they said.
Maybe it was a test.
Okay.
Do you want to kill it?
I mean, no, not real, not
All right,
particularly.
you probably
know.
passed the test.
Do you want to kill it?
No! I still wanted to cast lightning bolts at us.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, I'll have you all, we'll do our journey checks. So everybody, I want you to make a condition check first off.
Let's
See how you're
strength-
feeling after this storm happened.
Strength plus spirit.
7.
Wait.
Ooh, 8.
9.
7.
Excellent. So all of you, I feel, it'd been pretty dull the past couple days. There hasn't been a lot of action, and then all of a sudden this storm really invigorated your spirit. So you're all feeling really good. You feel motivated. You're very passionate about what's happening, and you're ready for some new adventures. Let's do a travel check.
Marina, that tea really it hit the spot. It hit the spot.
Yeah, it should.
Good stuff.
It's supposed to help ease that feeling of sickness.
9.
It was.
Okay.
What is travel check?
Strength and dex.
And that's you two, right?
Dex.
Because it's not all of us,
Yeah.
right?
No, each party member makes a travel check.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
camp
of
check
the
is
camp
what
check.
we
yeah.
do.
All right, strength and dex.
Oh my god, this is really sharp. Ouch.
5.
6.
I got 4. Though I did pierce myself with my own dice.
Oh, that's not good.
I got 9.
No, you guys with your dangerous dice. Yours weigh enough to kill a person.
Well, his
and
is
yours are
rounded off.
sharpened.
Mine are
Yeah.
like, I could kill a person with this thing.
Yeah.
This D4 can kill.
No, both of them can kill. Blunt force trauma, piercing
know.
damage. Ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouchie.
Why'd you grab it like that?
Because I wanted to feel.
Because
she didn't believe.
I did it.
You
Yeah.
didn't feel alive.
I was like, here, just touch like that. She went,
So, Bass and Aster, you both feel fine. You feel like as you're traveling along and sailing, like your tummy's getting better. You don't have any more seasickness. Cyrus, you're still fine. Marna, though, you, for whatever reason, like traveling on this, whether this has been an emotionally tolling experience,
I don't
or,
travel on boats often.
or maybe it's just the physical aspect of being in a boat. You're just not feeling it. I think you spend most of the day sort of below the deck trying to just drink your tea, make yourself feel a little bit better about the situation. The cat probably comes to snuggle with you.
Good kitty.
Just awkward.
I'm wondering how you would feel about the dragon cat coming to try and snuggle.
We have a mutual understanding.
I was gonna say, there's probably an
Yeah.
understanding of distance. Like, I feel like snuggling for you two is like,
It's just
3
sitting
feet
on
apart.
the bed.
Distance
it's like sitting
snuggling,
on the
okay?
bed.
yeah.
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 Like I'll be sitting on the bed and the cat sits next to me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's silence, but camaraderie in that silence.
So during that period of time, at one point, I do come in with like air demon in my hand, and I'm like, oh, so you like animals? Like they help you feel better? Do you want to
Wait, how small is
hang out
Air
with
Demon?
air demon? It was like a little coyote, so like,
Yeah.
not like a full-grown coyote. He's like a little one.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it. He's a tiny, ugly coyote.
Okay. I didn't hear the tiny part.
Forgot he was ugly.
Yeah. In my notes, it literally says, ugly coyote, air demon.
Weird that you would go with ugly instead
No,
of
we-
stinky.
Well, he's not coyote ugly. He's ugly coyote.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's right.
Well, look, normally I would say yes, but that animal, I don't know. It's never gotten to that point of clean that I actually prefer.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah, no. And I take my staff and I close the door.
It's okay. She didn't mean it.
Who?
She might have.
All right, so are we at all moving faster than the storm?
No, you're keeping pace with the storm right now, but the storm has, it's still in the distance as you can see it. You're not sure of like how far away it is exactly, but it's far enough away that you can, if you keep following it, you'll be able to see it and know which way to go.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if we need to attempt to move faster to catch up to it.
Wait. What do you possibly have in mind?
Well, I don't think we can catch any more wind.
No,
it's
I
not
don't
really
think
up
so.
to us.
Yeah.
But we could lose weight.
Wait, what kind of weight are you suggesting? Because I am not
Are
working
you
out.
trying to cock the wagons and float over there? You trying to cock the wagons and float? Oregon
that
Trail
mean?
losing weight.
He just wants to. Yeah, he wants to throw stuff overboard.
Yeah.
I want to throw stuff overboard.
What do you?
Yeah.
What,
That's how you get out of the mud in Oregon.
What are you talking about? Like
You need all this.
Well, like this was a fancy ship, so it's got like bookshelves. It's got like
Wait, you want me to drag bookshelves from down there up onto the deck, heave them over the side?
yes, and the books.
This sounds what? I hate moving books. Have you guys moved books before? It is a nightmare.
Bed frames probably don't need the frames.
Oh my god, this is getting worse by the minute. Couldn't we just throw Marna overboard?
Well, you can. I'll let you have your best shot. at
No,
that
Marna
one.
can stay. She's useful. What about Coyote? No, Coyote's too cute. Stay.
Anyway, oh, and the big buckets of rainwater. probably lose a few.
Oh, that could probably go right away.
Yeah.
Anything that's on the top of the deck.
That's your water supply.
We'll leave like one, but
You know how fast it's gonna go?
Look, if we're not losing distance, like, how much does that weigh? Like, pouring that over, do you really think that's gonna make us go faster?
weighs more than you.
Yeah, don't throw me either.
Well, exactly. That's the
Look,
next
we
best
don't
I'm
want
just
to
saying,
be
if I
stuck
wasn't on
out
this
here
boat, it would
without
still
any
be
water
so
and dehydrate.
Yeah.
We don't want to be stuck out here and
I
dehydrate.
mean, Asher has a good point. It's not like it's getting farther away from us.
I'm just trying to think of options to catch up to it.
Well, I mean, like, at a certain point, it'll stop, and then we'll catch up to it.
Or it'll lead us forever until we die slowly here.
Either way, if we catch up to it, it won't do us any good. If it keeps moving forever, then we'll just keep following it forever. But something tells me it's bound to stop, and we don't want to get too close, because then rain again, get all wet, get a grumpy cat.
And I also think that it'll probably, if we lose it, it'll probably come back. If it wants us to follow it, like other dragons said.
This guy just doesn't want to move books. But fine.
That is true.
I also would like to keep the books.
Look at this nerd over here. This guy reads books. What's your favorite book, nerd?
Oh, I don't know. Useful tools of the wild.
Oh, that sounds so boring.
Okay.
You know what my favorite book is?
What?
Life.
I'm a fan of the Barry twins. They solve mysteries.
Oh my god, you
Books.
guys go read books to each other. Oh my
That
god.
actually sounds really good. The cat joins you for reading
Yeah,
time.
how about we just pass the time by reading books to each other, and then it'll feel like we're going faster.
All right.
Huh? Time flies.
As
we're
long as
having
I don't
fun.
have to read.
I'm making some hot
All right.
chocolate.
You're making some hot
Hey,
chocolate.
there we go.
Did I have... you haven't done the direction check yet, have you?
No, we have not done
Do we
a
just see
check.
the dragon and be like, yep, right direction?
Yeah, but you still have to roll for it. You just can't, mess it up.
6.
You're fine. You're able to clearly see the dragon and follow it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not that hard to look off into the vast nothingness of
Yeah.
just the sea and the sky and see
I
the
do like
one
the
dark
idea of
spot.
rolling like a 1 though, and
Yeah.
like just looking behind you and being like, I don't see it anywhere.
I also like the idea of at some point us eventually having to go north and you having just like this panic attack of
Wait,
the
don't
arrow.
go north.
Don't follow the arrow.
Arrow is north, but we don't follow the arrow. So yeah, anyway, so we Cyrus and I set up a fort, and he makes hot cocoa,
cute.
and we start reading scary stories. Everyone's invited.
Is this like after a long day and we can roll this into your camping check too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you doing it on the deck?
No, it's got to be down
Still
below. It's got to
too
be
damp
dark.
up
Yeah.
on the deck.
I mean, it's been a whole day of sailing.
No, it's in like a little dark room.
Okay.
Yeah, for the mood.
I
Spooky
don't know if
stories.
you've ever been sailing on an exposed deck. You get misty no matter what.
Look, I think I'm getting
I
more
guess I
freckles.
have.
Have you?
on an exposed deck, sure. Even on a ferry.
Yeah.
The ferries get misty.
100%.
You went sailing?
Yeah, I've been sailing before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this guy sailing. That's impressive.
That's why he knows all the terms, and we're all like, the thing with the thing.
He said sail, I think. I don't know if he said
That's more-
anything other than sail so far.
Yeah, he hasn't said a vast.
Guy, all the
It's been more than 20 years since I've been sailing.
He's ghost riding the jib, this guy.
All right. Do you want to do your camping check,
Sure.
Cyrus? You're normally doing that.
I think it's me.
And then I do a backup.
And then
yeah.
you do the.
And what is that?
assist.
Is it strength and dex?
Dex and int.
Dex and int. That's right.
And 6. That's pretty good.
Wow.
I got a 10.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're able to make a good fort. Yeah. And tell some spooky stories. The hot chocolate's pretty good too.
it a
How do we make our
fort?
fort?
What?
I was wondering if it's a blanket fort.
Yeah, it's a blanket fort. I mean, 100%. It's like a whole bunch of like the fur blankets and stuff like that.
Well, wasn't there like 8
pinning them up
bedrooms
and
or something
everything.
in this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got like all the blankets.
Yeah,
from
we just
all the
made.
rooms.
We just made spooky room.
Yeah. How did you spookify it?
Did you use the creepy paper?
Yes, we used
Oh, that's
creepy
right.
paper.
We had the creepy paper.
Yeah.
The creepy paper was just my old journals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've
It was
kind of
creepy.
we've kind of plastered the walls with the creepy paper. It looks real creepy in there now.
Yeah, it's sad. Like creepy in a sad way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marna stops by.
Sad's
to
an
check
emotion.
in.
Yeah.
I'm like chewing some roots, just looking inside. What you guys doing in here?
there's a little candle in between us, and I've got like a book, and I'm like reading. You can see Bucket and Air Demon are like snuggled up next to each other, kind of shivering a little bit. You're there drinking some hot chocolate, also a little spooked out. Mm-hmm. Fast?
Oh, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
You're gonna join us for this spooky story time?
Well, because this is Marna checking in, so like we're already deep into it, and like so you're the one who's the most scared. You were like not on board with books, and now you're like
I'm sitting cross-legged on the ground, like leaning in, just like eyes super big.
Yep.
Like, oh, kind of like tensed up a little bit, you know. I've got like a blanket in my arms, you know. Yeah.
Who's reading? Are you reading aloud?
I think
No, I'm
Master's reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a little tiny kettle in the room too that's just full of hot chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you want to give us a couple lines of that spooky story?
And that's when they opened the door. And behind the door that was causing the scratching sound that they were so terrified of was a pig.
No! Oh! And I see Bucket. And I'm like, no! Oh!
It's okay, Bast. It's not real.
No, that's
Just
a real
story.
pig.
Well, no, yeah, Bucket's real, but Bucket's not a scary pig.
Oh no! Oh
He
no!
was making he's making scratching sounds right now.
Yeah, Bucket's like,
And you all
guys
don't
were in this
sleep for
together.
the rest of the night.
No.
good job, Bucket. Good job. Got him.
So as the days continue, you follow the storm. It's been how many days? You've lost track by now. There's nothing around you at all. It's just water and the storm in the distance and your ship. It's complete solitude.
It's complete Battletoads, which is just...
You've got the Solitoad beanie on right
I
now.
do.
You do have
No,
the
this is
Solitude.
Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah, I know. But it's the solid toad.
The solid toad.
Okay, that's what it's called. Everybody knows this. True fans of Parappa know this.
And everybody dies.
Yeah, well...
So what are your feelings on this? Like, what do you do to pass time besides the spooky stories at night?
I think that overall it would be a lot of each of us kind of like sharing stories with each other and whatnot, right? Getting to know each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like being on the road again.
Count of things.
Are you keeping track
every
of the
now and then
days?
I just keep going like 17, 18.
18 what?
You'll find out.
Okay.
19.
That's not scary. What?
What? Is he counting his breaths?
What was it?
I don't know. Obviously I'm cooking a whole lot, but I think maybe I'm also because I like to tinker and stuff. So maybe I am looking around there's like the ship itself, trying to find things to either improve upon or repair. There's like nothing to repair because it's a very nice ship.
Yeah, it's a very good ship. You got the best ship.
Yep.
But like I come up with rudimentary plans to improve it in ways that it can't possibly be an improvement. But like I said, adding that second doorway to the kitchen would be a big improvement to me.
So you
I've-
did the second doorway.
Well, I've come up with elaborate diagrams on how to properly do it. Found the, load-bearing beams that I don't want to cut, and found enough room around them in order to cut them if I wanted to.
If you wanted to, but you haven't started
Haven't
it
started
yet.
that yet.
Do you need some help?
Have you got the permits?
I've got the,
I can help you cut down 25. This wall right here. If you want.
I mean, yeah. Do you have a saw? Have you found a saw on the ship yet?
I have an axe.
Ooh, that might work. And I found some coarse paper. So I mean, if you don't go totally buck wild with that axe, then we can probably smooth it down.
Coarse paper?
Yeah. It's like
Sandpaper, but coarse?
yeah.
Oh. I thought it was like a new kind of creepy paper. I don't know. I don't know much about paper. I know a lot about axes. Okay, so this wall right here?
Well, so I've chalk outlined where it should be.
Okay, so hit everything inside of the chalk outline.
Yes.
Got it.
Marna?
Right. And I start chopping.
They're chopping the ship!
Don't worry. I've made a diagram.
Let me see that.
Yes.
Take it from you. I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Do I need a roll for this?
You're looking at my amazing new
Roll a
pantry.
strength check.
Yeah, my
I
best
start
stat.
knocking the wood around to look for a beam
Two.
to make sure it's not loading.
You make
barrel
a-
loading.
You make a little like hit in the wall, but it's not like you're gonna have to hit it a lot more.
Okay, I'm gonna be here for a while.
It's a slow going
Okay.
process to break open the
I
wall.
keep chopping. This is some very good wood.
Yeah, this whole ship is a little bit too much.
Yeah, Captain
Don't say.
Notatrue had a really good thing here. I mean, we really ripped that guy off.
You're welcome.
So yeah, Doorway's the only project I've got going right now.
Okay.
So I think Marna's been sitting in her room, basically playing with the dragon scales that I took from that dead dragon, and I've been experimenting with it and seeing if it is medicinal in any ways.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Have you tried tasting it?
No.
Have you tried inhaling it?
Have you tried offering a taste to the cat?
Or to Bast.
Yeah, offer it to Bast.
Well, no, I'm not going to give a dragon.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of tests are you doing on
So
these dragon scales?
I'm trying to see if it like reacts to any of the other like herbs that I have, just to see if it improves the dosage, or
Has reacted.
So yeah, so
Okay.
you have all this experience with
Yeah.
interacting with plants, so you're just doing the same stuff.
But I'm not doing too much to it because there's nothing I can use it at the moment. But
So why don't you roll a spirit
spirit.
for me? Actually, do a spirit and an intelligence together.
I'd like to think one of the rooms has like above it, it just says like Marna's lab, like poorly written. Like you've gone around and labeled every room, but you can't fully spell
I
it.
think Bast has labeled the room.
Yeah.
It was a 9.
It was a 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so after a while, eventually, you're sort of like, you've tried everything. Like, you've tried making it into a paste, but you're not sure you want to try, like, eating that or consuming that. You've tried, like, putting it on, like, a wound that you got from the storm, and nothing's working. But eventually, you mix it with a couple other herbs that you know to have, like, great healing properties. But you have to smoke it, essentially.
Oh.
And create a vapor. So
Okay.
you add the dragon scale to that. And you just feel really great.
Yeah.
And you're
Marna's in here having a little me time.
You're like smoking peyote or something.
Yeah.
Over here.
But yeah, you feel, not only do you feel better physically, but you also feel better mentally.
Okay.
So that sort of seasickness that you were experiencing because you don't do well on boats has sort of cleared up since you've been experimenting with the dragon scales.
Cool. So now I have a dragon scale, like some
Kids,
type of.
don't experiment with dragon scales.
Don't. All right.
Only when you're a great
No matter what your
herbologist.
Chinese herbalist said, the dragons are not going to do that thing that they said it will do. You know that thing I'm talking about.
So basically, the mixture I've made, I put it into a small bottle. So
Okay.
I could use it for other things later if I need to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. As long as you got time to ignite it, you can use it.
Feel good.
So I'll say that I was after having story time and it went so successfully. I've been looking for more, stories to really try and get Bast on this reading thing.
Right.
I'm like, let's get him on the reading. But I come across like a couple of like stories and fairy tales about dragons, and then suddenly like my focus shifts and it's more about like, I want to read everything I can about dragons,
Right.
Because I'm suddenly very curious for, self-preservation reasons. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Is I just like passing the time by reading everything that we've got
Okay.
on dragons.
Excellent. I love it. You do manage to find like a couple of like dragon books that have been hidden away in like the captain's quarters maybe, which are like still like fairy tales,
Yeah.
like you were saying that, like adults tell children and stuff like that, which is also still like a history of what we've already learned about ochre, but you still get to like re-envision that and learn some more stuff
And
that
then
you
now,
didn't know.
because I believe that they're real. Because before I might have been
Yeah.
like, well, whatever. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, they're real. Pay attention to the details. Plus, everyone knows that captains of ships are like super superstitious, and so those books make sense being there because Captain Notatrue was terrified of dragons.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
If you see a dragon, it's bad luck,
Yeah.
but not
But
really.
it used to be good luck.
It used to be good luck, but now they consider it bad luck.
I'm just sort of stitious.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a little stitious. I'm becoming more stitious.
Yeah.
Stop it! I'm not.
So, Bass, besides helping knock down this wall door thing, what have you been doing? Just
Counting my
helping?
farts.
All right. So, what number? are you
No, that's what he was.
57.
How many days?
Marna told me that not to eat the herbs, and I did, and now I've been farting for like 3 days straight.
57.
Just in the last hour alone. I start over every hour. I'm amazed that you guys haven't noticed yet.
It's a big ship.
There's a lot of smells on this ship.
There is.
Yeah.
There's still,
I just keep blaming it on the coyote every time.
we haven't thrown out the crab yet, and it's.
Oh God! You gotta get rid of it.
No! There's still a crab corpse on the deck?
No, we put it into a bucket to save for cooking, which I made crab cakes with once, and it didn't go well, so I haven't bothered to use it as an ingredient.
So
again.
it's just rotting in the kitchen.
Oh, there's some salt in there.
aging.
Yeah, it's curing.
Yeah, it's like aged beef, but with crabs.
Yes.
Don't know if it works. We're gonna find out.
Never heard of anyone serving aged crab, but we're gonna
You know,
try.
I guess
Nobody
that's a
has
thing
been
now.
brave enough.
True.
This guy's a risk taker.
So after one day, you all sort of retire to your chambers and have a restful sleep. But you wake up on what feels like a month after you started this journey. Maybe it was like 1,732 farts later. But there's a rumbling in your tummy.
Oh.
Yeah, you've been noticing that the food rations have been decreasing.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually ate the crab, the aged crab, and it didn't go well.
No.
Bass had a lot more farts after that. It was not.
Yo.
It was not.
Well, and then Bass started
pleasant.
I
counting
gotta
our
stop
farts.
I have been chasing Bast, trying to get him to eat stuff for his indigestion.
Yeah, I mean,
But he keeps blaming me for causing it in the first place. So
Yeah.
he doesn't want it.
it's
Well,
true.
Typical.
When you gave him one where you said, "Oh, take this as a tea," and he ate it, and then you tried to give him one to eat, and then he turned it into tea. He's always making just the opposite choices.
It's true.
It's ridiculous.
Look, this farting situation has become potentially life-threatening.
To you?
If it's life-threatening, then you should probably heed my advice.
No, not to me. To everybody else.
It's untenable, the situation.
It really is. I mean, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna have to sleep above deck because a gas fills the volume of any space, and I'm just gonna go fill the world with my farts.
Yeah, you go somewhere else.
Yeah,
there.
I appreciate that,
While
yeah.
he's leaving, I turn to Cyrus. Cyrus? What am I-
Cyrus?
I'm gonna make this into a nice paste, and you put it in his meal next time.
Okay.
Then we will be relieved of what is happening here.
Okay.
Second question: we're running out of food.
Well, so I brought like a week's worth of fresh rations, and then I brought dry rations as well.
yeah.
Are we running low on everything?
You're running low on everything. You've been, Cyrus, since you've been in charge of the food essentially, since you boarded, you've been, the first couple weeks you were like, oh, it's fine. And like sometimes you'll be catching fish off of the side of the boat to help replenish some of the protein source. But it's getting there. Like you've been on the water for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like I said, you've lost track of the actual days, and since Bass keeps like bringing up numbers, you have no idea. The count that you had is like gone.
But it's
Guys!
it's been beyond weeks.
It's been beyond weeks.
I think
and
I have scurvy.
What makes you say that?
I haven't had a fruit in a year.
Well, we've only been on here for a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have scurvy.
Once your teeth start falling out, then you can say scurvy.
How many teeth?
bleeding teeth.
How many teeth?
Got something new to keep count of.
Count your teeth first.
You gonna count?
Oh, I'm trying. Feeling around my tongue.
Gotcha. So,
How many should you have?
in a sort of act of desperation, I go above deck and I look to see if the net that I threw overboard is still like attached and dragging behind the boat.
Dragging these
Dragging
crabs
that one
behind.
crab.
Is that the reason I've been going slower?
Why don't you roll? Oh gosh, let's roll a double. No, let's do an int
Int?
spirit.
In spirit?
Int
Okay.
spirit, yeah.
All right, so this will be in 7, spirit 7.
Not
14.
bad.
All right. Well, you pull it up,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a hole in it, but one of them is still there.
One of the crabs is
One
still
of the
there?
crabs.
Is it alive? Alive?
No, it's dead. It's starved to death.
Oh, okay. So then here's the other thing. While I'm pulling this out of the water, which essentially this is like a chum bucket that I'm pulling back up,
Yeah.
are there other fish that are like around it as I'm pulling it
There's
up?
a shark attached to the crab.
Guys,
Violently ripping
Yeah,
at
it's
the...
like,
use
this
some
is
help."
my dinner. This is delicious.
is anyone a fisherman?
And there's a couple of other like little fish that are, at the chum bucket.
I would like to
essentially.
try to like swing my axe over the side and sort of hook it.
I think we need to like strength-wise, like try to lift it up to that point for you to do it.
Yeah,
first.
so Aster, you've pulled it up and you see what's happening, but because the dead weight of the dead crab and the shark and all the animals
I
that are in
can't
there,
get it
you
up.
can't get it.
I can't get it any higher than like just under the surface of the water.
So someone's gonna have to help.
We should create a pulley system. Can we swing the rope up over that mast, and then maybe you two can pull, and then I will try to swing and pull.
Sure, we can wrap around Bucket.
Where's Bucket?
Bucket?
Or you could just like all help Aster pull it out.
Yeah.
It seems pretty heavy.
I mean, leverage.
Bucket!
Bucket! So
Well, that's what I was saying, but like if we were to put it over a mast, then
Okay.
gives us more leverage.
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I think, we would try and tie the rope around Bucket a little bit so he can pull along, and
Okay.
then, we're pulling behind Bucket like this.
Yeah.
Mostly you.
It'll be
Nothing.
me and Bucket.
Yeah.
Both
You
of
all,
us.
why don't you all do a strength roll?
What should I do for Bucket? Or should I just
You
do
can just do
strength?
it'll be you. So
Okay.
strength and
8.
Bucket's a part of you.
Strength and int, you said?
Yeah.
Strength and int?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
8 and
Ooh.
10.
I just got a 5.
I got 10.
Well, Cyrus really is more getting in the way than anything else. But you both are able to use your strength, and with Bucket are able to pulley it up.
So I'm just like pushing Bucket's butt. I'm like, come on, Bucket! And then
Pull
Bucket.
it up onto deck?
And then Bucket.
Does that mean the
is doing it all.
shark is up on
Yeah,
deck too?
the shark is up on deck and it's
Okay, now
flapping around.
I'm gonna try to chop its head off with my axe.
Wow.
Go for it.
I guess we're entering into a battle that I
Are we?
wasn't expecting. Yeah.
I mean,
Can the shark
I
fight
was like,
back?
to be fair, does shark flopping on deck have much to do with
Don't
the
bite
combat?
ya.
Hold on. We actually have the perfect enemy
know we
thing for
do.
this. Where's it at?
Will you
my
toss
gosh.
me the eraser?
And this
Yeah.
just added an hour to the show.
No, this thing's going down quick.
It's a shark.
Shark.
Put
can-
it down so you can show people on the screen. Yeah. Look at that shark.
Dun, 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 dun.
Listen, I didn't want to not use this beautiful camera angle that you
Thank
put
you.
in.
I did. I spent hours on
I know,
this.
I know. See,
Okay,
So
that
it-
leaves
for this
me-
purposes, it can just be Bass versus the shark.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's basically like, do you kill it or does it flop off the deck?
Bring it on,
Yeah.
shark! All right.
So why don't you go ahead and roll your initiative?
Okay. What is my initiative? Dex and int.
Let's see.
10.
Ooh, good one.
Fantastic. The
sharks?
sharks is like 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dumb shark.
It can't breathe, you know. It's
Yeah.
not dumb. It's just suffocating.
But it's
Yeah.
it's like chomping,
just chomping.
trying.
If you
to-
were smart, I'd learn how to breathe above water, like me.
I'm gonna send more crabs to eat you.
Oh man.
All right, it's your turn. So go ahead and
All right.
swing.
I'm going for the old brain bucket.
Oh no.
That was a 1. Amazing. I have a D8 for strength, and I rolled a 1.
Marta comes upstairs and she's got a little pipe and she's just watching this.
Yeah, we're all basically just watching
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
you're like, I got this. This is gonna be the easiest thing. The shark is literally suffocating and it's dumb. And then you like completely like go down with your axe. The shark like flops over to the side and like does like a barrel roll and you just hit the deck.
Oh,
And
okay.
now like your axe is sort of stuck in there.
Careful putting holes in the boat.
It's okay. It's not like it's in the
deck.
bottom of the boat. It's just the deck.
Just put it on your list of things to tend to.
Ooh.
And
I
the
can fix
shark rolls over and snaps at you and it bites you.
that. Ooh.
What did
It only does like 2 damage.
Okay.
It's teaching you a lesson.
While
Teach you a lesson.
he's wrestling with the shark, Bucket and I are reeling in the rest of the net, like just pulling it
Okay.
away from the combat.
And I'm gonna do another. Okay, 7. That's a hit. And there we go. 8.
Nice.
Yeah, you hit the shark.
Oh wait. Strength plus strength. Excuse me. Okay,
Nice.
that's 14.
You hit the shark and you murder it. It's
Sorry,
also
Anna.
it's fine. It's also suffocating.
Yeah. kind of putting it out of its misery.
So you're not quite sure like Bass is obviously reveling in the glory that he is the one that did the killing blow,
Like,
but
pumping
really
my axe
the shark
above my
was
head.
dying, so, you know.
I am the best. I am the best.
But you still have that scratch on your leg
Oh yeah.
from the bite.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound. It's a out. I am the best.
Marna.
Yeah, you don't want that infected. Come on with me.
It's okay. I rubbed it.
No, go with Marna.
I rubbed some dirt in it.
No.
There's no
There's
dirt
no
here.
dirt!
The's dirt everywhere.
I hit him.
He's got air demon and he's rubbing air demon along.
I grab him by the ear and I drag him downstairs. We're gonna heal you up.
Do I get some of that dragon salve?
She hadn't
Yeah,
told
actually, we could try it.
I was gonna say she hadn't told nobody about that yet.
Yeah.
No, I could try
That's a
it.
personal stash.
Might as well. You'll be my test subject.
So the shark meat definitely will last for a couple more days, but still, like,
Yeah.
Cyrus has been, you're basically on your last couple days of rations, so you're trying to make it last as long as possible.
I rolled a 7 on testing that dragon salve on his wound.
You rolled a 7?
Yes.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
bubbles a little bit, and you're unsure of that reaction, but
I write notes and I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions later on. About
I hope you get a wicked scar that's like a little scaly. Just a little scaly.
you start growing scales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only
that
along the
area.
scar.
Yeah.
Just right
Kind of
there.
like a dragon scale from Game of
yes.
Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't spread.
Yeah. So your leg feels better.
Yeah.
It's not bleeding, and you feel like you're like, oh, it's healing.
So guys, I was just thinking. So we were trailing a crab behind the boat, caught a shark. That was awesome. Why don't we just like make a net and drag it behind the ship?
2 steps ahead of you. Save the net from the shark. Let's repair this net. And then maybe we can take some of the stuff that we're not going to eat from the shark. Right? There's got to be something that we don't eat from the shark.
The head. Just put the head in there.
I mean, the head I could use for a stew or something, but we could sacrifice
Yeah,
the head.
well, I mean, you know, something.
Yeah. Plus, his axe wasn't very clean, so I'd probably have to cut away a lot from the.
Yeah. It's
So if we fix this net and throw that in there, maybe we can trail some more fish behind us.
Yeah.
At least, I don't know. If we need something, hopefully we'll get somewhere soon.
I like this idea of doubling down. We drag a crab, get a shark. We then drag the shark,
get a whale.
get a whale. Then drag the whale.
Get a
You would
kraken.
get a dolphin because dolphins are mean to sharks.
Say, dude, what eats sharks?
Dolphins.
whales.
Bigger
Other sharks.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess maybe, sperm whales, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
they're
go.
big.
What eats sperm whales?
Giant squid.
Yeah. What eats giant squid?
Sperm whales. It's a back and forth thing.
Dragons. We're gonna.
Also, your cat friend like meows loudly and then like points at Bucket and starts drooling.
Wait, why?
I run over in front of Bucket and I look at the cat and like suddenly it's like I have the courage of 1,000 suns. I'm like, if you ever look at Bucket with those eyes again, I will tear you into a million pieces. Do you see what we did to that dragon? I'll take your heart and I'll put it in the bucket to remind Bucket all the time of how well I will protect Bucket from dragons like you.
Calm down, Aster. Calm down. It's fine. Oh, so have I been feeding the cat like ever?
Not that you've seen.
Right.
I mean,
That's
But
where
your
all the food
wine
went.
supply, you noticed, was gone very quickly.
they can go into human form anytime they
Yeah.
want to get food. We don't gotta feed the cat.
Yeah.
yeah, but they seem to prefer to be the cat.
No, definitely.
The cat like lifts its paw up and like smirks and is like, yeah, exactly.
So just to clarify,
Hold me back. Hold me back.
we've been out here for a long time. We're still trailing the storm. It's still ahead of us, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have we seen any sign of land?
No.
You guys, remember when I was like, maybe we'll be chasing this thing forever? I think we might be chasing this thing forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Ryuujin.
Cat Eugen.
Not Cat, no.
Yeah.
The one that speaks in people talk. We've been trailing this thing for like a long time, and
I'm
no
getting
sign of
really
land
sick
yet.
this.
So, do you maybe have some dragon insights? Like, is it playing with us? How do we know that this storm dragon isn't maybe trying to like throw us off the trail of something? You know what I mean? Like maybe they were like, you're getting too close to Dragonland, and now I'm gonna make you guys follow me, keep you away from Dragonland.
Well, we don't know that. That's a very good point.
So maybe we
We
should
can hear and hypothesize all day long.
maybe
but
we should go the opposite way of the dragon.
But we've
I mean,
just
that
been
seems like a
traveling.
bad idea because we've just been traveling in one direction and we know what's back there, which is more
What if we
water
just
of
follow
nothing.
the arrow finally? Just go that way.
You were so good. You were doing
What's-
so well.
That's different. And the Ryuujin points off in the distance. And while you had been seeing the storm, all of a sudden it's gone now.
Wait, you guys,
Did
we lose the dragon?
we lost the dragon.
How did we?
How did you lose the dragon?
It was right.
Maybe it's
You
not-
shouldn't have threatened Bucket. That's the only reason I took my eyes off the dragon. We would have been going in the right direction if you weren't trying to eat my pig.
Well, maybe your pig shouldn't look so delicious. I'm just
How
saying.
dare you?
Listen, I've killed all the rats on this boat.
You've been eating rats?
There were rats?
I don't want to talk about it. And fish. Sometimes, desperate times, desperate measures. I can't have all 4 of you dying, so
That's where all my fish have been going?
That's where our food went.
no, I didn't eat all of the food. We shared alike. I gave you the majority of the food. That's why I've been keeping in my cat form. My cat form stomach is significantly smaller than my human
I would hope
form
you would give us the
stomach.
majority of the food, seeing as we are 4 people plus a Ryuujin.
That's what I've just said.
Can you?
Cat wine stomach seems
So,
to be
I mean,
much
what-
larger.
That's
than the-
different.
What does that mean? We've gotten 49% of the food, and you've taken we've gotten 51. You've gotten 49.
No.
What does this mean? The
that's
majority.
why I've been eating all the rats and the fish. Not all the fish, but I've been
because
sustaining
we've had
myself.
nothing but fish to eat for the last
Question.
2 weeks.
Can we wrap a rope around the cat and throw the cat overboard and the cat can catch fish for us?
Do you know how to breathe underwater?
No,
Okay, good.
Keep your head
I'm
up.
not part of a water dragon.
Listen, we've been following this stupid dragon for like a month and now it's gone. What do we do?
Don't call them stupid. They're right there.
I want you to make a journey check.
She wanted to eat Bucket.
Journey check. Well, which one? Travel check, direction check, or
Direction check.
direction check? Okay.
All right, so that's Rick, right?
Listen,
It's you with his.
it's all of
assistance.
us.
Yeah.
All of us. Okay.
Only camp check is the.
Okay.
What is
Well,
that?
actually, no, it is just me.
I think
'cause
it's
Yeah,
I-
it's a
you,
direction
exactly.
Yeah,
check.
you're the
Direction,
direction guy, yeah.
Holy
Oh
crap!
my
That was
God.
2 1s.
He did the thing. He
Seriously.
did the look behind thing.
Yeah, you actually did
He's
do
following
the
the
look
arrow. He's following the
behind.
arrow.
So, since I actually wrote a fail condition because just in case this
Oh, boy.
happened.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't a difficult roll.
Oh boy.
So, what are you gonna
I
do?
rolled 2
You're like,
ones.
well, we just gotta follow where we last saw the storm.
Yeah.
Do you
And-
use a fumble point maybe to try and re-roll something?
I don't have a fumble point.
Well,
We
now
just
you
gotta
do.
follow where we
Yeah. Now
last
I do.
saw
Yeah, we
the
all do.
storm,
Oh no.
and that should be where we need to go next.
Sure.
right.
Where's that?
So where was that?
That was like 3 weeks ago. How are we supposed to possibly
it was
know?
actually-
Where did you
this
last
morning.
see the storm?
We last saw the storm this morning.
Oh, where I thought where we first saw this one. I'm sorry.
No. You've been following the storm. It just vanished like an hour ago.
Okay. So point us in the direction.
So
It's
Bass
a double one.
points you in
Well,
the
it
direction.
wasn't in the up direction.
Okay.
It was the other way.
It was the other way.
Right.
So,
Which is
The other way.
this direction.
Oh, okay.
so Bass, you know where the ship is pointing right now, correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember where you saw the storm last?
Yeah, I just said it was the other
Was it
direction.
just over there?
Yeah, it was the other way.
I have a bad feeling about this, but I guess we have to go with it.
It was where the W is.
He's been leading us true this whole way.
He wouldn't
No,
mess it
the
up
storm
now.
has been leading us true this whole way.
No, it's been me.
Oh, it's been him.
I've been adjusting things and not going towards the arrow.
Was there a time where the arrow pointed at the storm?
No, I made sure.
Okay.
He turned the
There's one
compass.
thing Bass is sure of, it's the arrow. So as Bass is leading, basically he just takes you in a giant circle and leads you directly in the same spot that you started
How would
a
we
day
even
ago.
know?
You don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, story-wise,
Yeah.
that's what happened. And so now you all are actually physically exhausted because the food is running out.
Has it been a day?
It's been a day.
Does that mean I can do another direction check?
Yes, you
Okay,
can.
good.
But you all get the status effect of being exhausted, which means your spirit
Was not a ton better, but it was a 5.
your spirit die is reduced by one size. So if you roll like normally a D8,
But what if
it's
your
going to be a
spirit's-
D6.
Die is already the lowest you can go.
Well, then it doesn't matter.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I
Cool.
can't
So
go
it
any
only
lower.
affects me
No, it affects me
and
too.
Marna.
This is
So-
what you suckers get for trying to be good at spirit.
That's what this whole game has been, by the way. Strength and dex rolls for everything. Spirit, trash
Well, and even
talk.
when you had spirit, you don't roll well half the time.
That's a different problem.
So what did you roll this time, Bast?
I rolled a 5.
All right. As the sun is starting to set on the next day, you see something on the horizon. It's an island.
Yes.
I did it, guys. I found an island.
You
thank
blink
goodness.
wildly, hoping it's not an illusion, and you like rub your eyes. It's still there. You all see it. You're saved. You're not going to starve to death.
Is that just a giant crab? It's probably just a giant crab.
It's maybe one of those like big floating turtles that you hear about in the storybooks. You guys haven't read that one?
No.
I haven't read that one to Bast yet. No, I thought it would be too scary.
I heard the one about a giant goldfish.
Oh. It was actually, I think it was a giant snail, but it turned out to be very tiny.
Yes.
And then, and there was also a giant goldfish, but it was also very tiny in reality. as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a good story.
Good story.
So now,
up?
exactly like we did in our first How We Came Up with Ochre, we're going to come up with this island. We're going to create this world together.
Okay.
Cute.
Okay.
So, what kind of island do we want to make?
I think while Ochre was very like rocky and like what did we say? Almost like
Temperate,
obsidian style stone along the coastline. Maybe this one looks much more, I guess, traditional. Yeah, like actual
a-
sandy beaches.
Like tropical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lush green.
Palm trees.
Yep.
Golden sandy beaches.
It's got
I'm imagining like
How big is it?
It's definitely smaller than your home.
Okay.
Like, you can see that it's significantly smaller, but it's not like a tiny, tiny island. Like,
I mean, do you walk from one end to the other in a day, or?
no, it'd take longer than a day.
I'm imagining like maybe like one of the bigger Hawaiian islands.
Bigger one, or I'm imagining maybe one of the San Juan Islands, which is still pretty small, but you probably couldn't walk one of the bigger ones in a day.
I'd say like if it was a island that was inhabited by people, you could probably have like 3 good size
Okay.
like towns in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly,
So
that might
it's
be one of
not
the
it's
smaller
not so
Hawaiian
small
Yeah, I
that
was
you
gonna
could
say, like,
walk
Kauai.
across it in a day, but you could definitely journey across it in not a lot of time.
Okay. Okay. I'm imagining that there's a significant like coral reef structure that like kind of covers a large portion of the coast. So
Can
very
there be a volcano
vibrant.
on it?
We can put a volcano on it
highly
if you
likely
want.
that there would be a volcano
Yeah,
on it. You know?
especially if it's a tropical island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we please call a volcano the Benny Jet?
Hey.
You can name that. Actually, Oren like pops out of cat form is like, I know this island. This
What?
island is called Benny Jets. It's an old dragon term for this island, but that's what the dragons call
Because
it.
it's in the Benny Jet stream.
Why do they call it the Benny Jet?
That's just what it's named. Why
But-
do they
but
call
it-
you Aster?
Is there a meaning for
Oh
it?
well, because that was my grandfather's name before me. And,
Why was your grandpa named Aster?
oh, because his grandma was.
Why was her
Astrid.
name Astrid?
Well, because long back in our history, it actually.
All right, I'm really bored by this story already.
Yeah, at
right.
one point there was an old dragon named Benny, and Benny just named it Benny Jets.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'd have to go back in time to solve that one.
Okay, I just was wondering if maybe it would reveal something about the island.
Jets is an ancient dragon name that means island.
Means volcano.
Oh, okay.
It means volcano.
Okay, so if there is a volcano, then there's a big mountain structure sort of in the center of it.
The volcano's like in the direct center of the island. Okay.
And
Are there any people or anything like that on the island?
Not that you can tell.
Yeah, okay. So pretty
From-
much just like we
from now.
arrive and it's like there's beach, dense
Yeah.
jungle.
What about any kind of wildlife?
Oh, for sure. Like, there's definitely like birds. Like, when you approach any island from being at sea, like the first indicator is like birds, right?
Yeah.
And you can see like fish in the clear waters. Definitely, you can see the coral reef in the clear waters as you approach. So there's definitely wildlife there, an abundance of wildlife.
Okay.
I like the idea of the island also being sort of like crescent shaped. Like it has like a really large
Ooh,
bay.
yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we're arriving in the crescent part.
Yeah.
Like on the
Crescent-shaped.
interior
There's
of the
that would be a
crescent?
perfect place if you were pirates to bury some treasure.
Yeah.
If only we were pirates.
So, I guess, is there any sign at all of Storm Dragon that we see?
Not for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely keep a watch for that. But right now, everything is clear in the sky, and as the sun is setting, you're just excited to see the land.
You know what, Bast? Over the last day or so, I was really questioning your directions, but you pulled it off, man.
Hey, I learned a lot on this journey.
Seriously, great job. We got here, right?
I mean,
Like,
for an entire day, I thought we were just going in a big circle.
So did I, I'll admit.
me too.
Yeah.
But
It's
it
weird that
turns
we had
out,
that same thought. Right?
yeah, sometimes it just feels like that, you know?
I could have sworn, I could have sworn that we went around like a full circle and that like I saw the floating body of the crab in the water that we had lost like a day before. And I like in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
No, crabs die in the water all the time.
Sure,
There's
right.
probably
Yeah.
dozens of floating
Right.
crab corpses
I just thought
in
it was
the entire
weird.
ocean.
I just thought it was weird that it like had what looked like a piece of like our boat like in its claw. I don't know where we would have gotten a hold of wood, but obviously I must have been wrong.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't bring it up because I was like,
I don't even know why you're bringing it up.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not offended at all. No problem.
Cool.
So as you approach the island of Benny Jets, you're so happy because food and water seems to be of abundance here.
What kind of food?
Birds.
Yeah.
Birds?
Birds. There's some
Vegetables.
chickens.
Not
Is it
like
chickens?
coconuts or like
I mean,
fruit or something, but
there's
birds.
there'll be coconuts as well.
He needs fruit badly.
I need fruit badly.
You've got the scurv.
Yeah.
That's what
You guys have lost like 4 teeth.
You see,
It's okay, I don't think they're the important
Like
ones.
3 of those were lost before this trip. You haven't had fruit in a year, bud.
Yeah, I know, but when I was at home, I would find rocks to just put in there instead. I didn't have any rocks to replace them with.
Well, we'll go on a teeth
now,
rock
yeah, now we're
journey
gonna make you. Yeah.
no,
make
you'll
some new-
definitely be able to
rock
find
teeth.
fruit, vegetables, a
Rock teeth.
fully balanced diet
Nice.
from this
I was gonna say a
island.
fully stocked.
Fully stocked island.
Let's talk to Island Fridge.
Just open it up.
I'll,
like to
don't
think-
starve together. We just found some gears and stuff and just
Nice.
made ourselves a fridge.
I like to think that Bucket is swimming around in the water very gleefully, kind of like that viral video of like that island where you can go hang out with pigs in the water.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's Bucket.
What is this?
It's
Ever
a real
seen it?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the one that's
You've
owned
never
by
I've never seen this.
what's that gangster's name?
Oh,
Or
like,
not gangster.
about the
El Chapo?
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe.
Yeah.
El Chapo has a
I
frog
might
island?
be.
The
Yeah,
Fire Festival Island that they all
yeah.
like.
I don't think it's that same island. I don't think
No,
the
it's
same
not that same island, but I actually think it's in that chain because I think they talked about it in the Fire
Yeah.
Fest. Anyway, well, off topic.
Anyway, the pigs will come up to you because people have been feeding them every time they go there. So it's like they see people and they're like, "Hey, let's
Oh,
hang
yeah.
out," you know?
That's cute.
Yeah.
So you arrive at the island just as the sun kisses the horizon.
Kisses.
Yep, smooches. Birds and wildlife are setting in for the night, and you notice as you have parked your boat and you get up on land. That's what you do. You park
You've never
it.
been sailing before. You obviously have.
Yeah, you know the lingo.
Yep. Took the keys out of the ignition.
Seriously,
the parking
seriously
brake
did a
on.
really good job at parallel parking it too. There's a perfect area right in the coral
between
reef.
two like sand dunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
You,
big
like,
boat. So it's like,
Parallel park.
Back in there. Cyrus is gonna be the first to die. No, you eventually make your way on land, and when you get onto the beautiful golden sandy beaches, you notice a lot of like dragon effigies on the shore, like crumbled statues and symbology. There are also remnants of like ancient humans that used to live here, so maybe some tools that you found, or like an old trinket that's just hanging out on the sand.
If we find the Statue of Liberty on the beach, I'm going to be very upset.
Spoilers. What would you like to do now that you've made it to the island, to Benny Jet's?
I mean, I think that first and foremost, we're all probably really concerned about like finding food because it seems like that's what we were worried about.
Food, fresh water.
Well, the sun just went down, right? So we should probably go to bed first.
I guess, yeah.
I
set
assume
up
we stay on the
camp.
boat, right?
Do we want to stay on the... honestly, I feel like I will have been so upset of being on that boat for so long, I probably want to set up camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the sand.
I'm staying on the boat.
All right.
All right?
Marta
right.
goes on the beach.
Yeah?
This is great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then camp check?
Camp check.
Camp check.
Camp check!
Well, while they're doing that, Marta starts like kind of foraging, looking for things, seeing if there's any edible fruits around.
Nice. Dude, that's a 13 for me.
Ooh.
Dude, that's a 12 for me.
You make
Strength and
the best camp. You are just so heckin' happy to be not on the boat that you like bring that fort, the spooky fort, and you like build it on the sand.
I feel like we're just like having
You guys know you guys are having a great time, and I can hear you guys having a great time. So then I bring the spooky fort.
Okay, yep.
Like, hey guys,
Look who's coming to join us, huh?
I'm impressed with how well you guys got this together. You were right, and I was wrong.
That's right. We got a good thing going here.
You gonna tell another spooky story?
Only if you're game.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Cyrus finds like sort of like a plantain almost. So
Ooh, I make tostones.
yeah, you make the best meal you've made in like a month,
Yeah.
essentially. And you feed it to Bast, and Bast gobbles it down and doesn't realize that he ate fruit.
Oh, okay.
You tricked
But
him.
you should tell him though.
No,
He wants to eat fruit, doesn't he?
Does he? I don't know. If he hasn't eaten fruit in a whole year.
Turns out that I eat fruit constantly. I just don't know what fruit.
I was gonna say. I was like,
Oh, so plantain's not grapefruit.
It's not grapefruit, but
it's fruit though.
Like I have one concept of fruit, and it's like an apple. And I haven't had an apple in like a year, so I'm like, I haven't had fruit.
So,
The
Bass,
teeth fell out for unrelated reasons.
Bass, how you feeling? Like, do you feel like maybe your scurvy's kind of
That was really good.
yeah? But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that little green meat thing. Awesome.
little green meat thing?
I don't know.
Is that meat?
No,
That was plantain.
it's plantain. I made tostones.
It's plantain meat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I told
Let
him
him
I
have
murdered
it.
that plantain.
I mean, you did. I watched you do it. In cold blood.
Let him have it.
And it was just sitting there, right?
Yeah.
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 Defenseless.
Terrified.
Wow. It was frozen in its fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
so you're all sitting around the campfire,
Yeah.
enjoying a wonderful meal that Cyrus has made. And our little cat friend has joined you, which in the past, like when you do your gatherings around the fire for dinner time, they're nowhere to be in sight. They mostly like keep to themselves, but this time they're joining you in cat form and just sort of listening intently and sort of just being a part of the group right now.
Yeah.
You don't come to bring us bad news or something, do you? Like there's like not like a dragon waiting around the corner that's gonna come jump out and murder us or something?
There's nothing there.
I like this cat.
Cascading in on the scary stories.
Okay, all right. So I try and like pick a particularly scary story that like a cat would be more afraid of. Like a rat biting back or something like that, you know?
Yep.
You can tell that
Rat
in
bites cat.
form-
That's a real
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, in cat form, they're just like,
Call this
they're not happy
call
with
this
it.
story The Rat King.
Ooh. But those are gross.
Yeah, they are
So
gross.
does Aster end up sleeping on the boat, or do you end up?
No, I mean we set up the camp and got scary story mode and everything, so it's like I'm with the rest of the crew now.
All right. You have the best sleep that you've slept in a very, very long time. You're so stuffed. You ate so much food that you couldn't possibly eat any more.
And I had one bottle of wine that I purposely hid away from the cat.
Oh. Did you break it out?
Yep. Broke it out. Shared with everybody.
Summon a saucer for the cat.
Yeah.
What was the cat's reaction?
Cat was very happy. Like,
I almost feel like it would have been like a cycle of emotions
I
because the
know.
cat would be like,
Betrayed.
you hid that from me, but also like, well,
Thank you for
fair
hiding.
enough.
Yeah.
And also, super glad there's
yeah,
wine now.
exactly. I think Ren was just overwhelmed with emotion that they're like, Oh my gosh, yes. Finally, wine. It's been so long without it. So you have a wonderful sleep. You sleep very well, and you wake up the next day. Would you like to explore the island at this point? Now
Heck
that you've
yeah.
had a good night's sleep, you're feeling super rested?
Yeah.
I'll say first when I wake up, I'm having like a little bit of like orientation stuff because I expect it to be like wobbling around,
Right,
right?
yeah,
so I got
that
that,
makes
like
sense.
kind of like I'm walking a little
you
like
still have your sea legs.
yeah, my sea legs are still full effect.
I don't know, maybe do we want to go as a group or like split off in pairs to try different directions?
What if
You
we
never
split
the
off?
group.
Yeah, you never
If there's anything I've learned from all the ghost stories I've been telling you all, it's you
Yeah.
never split up.
I feel
So
like
you're
we
saying
can cover
there's
more
ghosts.
ground if we go 2 teams of 2, but then we have a signal. And if we find something, we relay the signal.
Or we all go together and then we don't have to signal, and then we just say, "Hey, I see a thing."
But then what if we go in the wrong way?
Well, I mean, this is a small island. We can
All right,
probably-
let's go together then.
Okay.
All right, so you all travel sort of up the coast of the island, and eventually you stumble upon the shambles of a town.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Do we see anyone?
still inhabited.
It's not inhabited. You don't see anyone.
Okay.
But together we get to make the Forgotten Town.
Ah.
Oh, Forgotten Town.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a coastal town.
It's a coastal town, much like the town that you grew up in.
Okay.
What would you say the age is? Is it like what we're familiar with, like contemporary, or does it feel like it's more
It feels like it's older.
older? Would you say it's also like either more primitive or?
No, not so old that you would consider like ancient, but like probably from a couple hundred years ago. So it's been forgotten for a while, but it's not like I shouldn't touch this. This is,
Yeah.
this is sacred ancient stuff.
I'm imagining like a Greek city, like those coastal cities, like all like white, kind of like almost like plastery looking, or like tile or something like that. So it would look very different to us culturally from like the wood buildings, maybe.
Kind of
that
like
we're
one of those
used
Greek
to.
coastal towns that are just all blue and white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Since it's like a couple hundred years old and it's been on the coast, I imagine it's pretty weather beaten. Like some
Yeah.
of them probably have
I imagine
fallen.
the majority of the roofs have fallen in.
Anything made out of
Yeah.
wood is just sort
Yeah.
of rotted,
Yep.
Yeah.
fallen over.
Yeah, all that's left is the stone or the marble.
so I'd like to say that
Piece of
it's
buildings.
I think I'd like to say it's like a pretty. It's almost like it's built into a cliffside or near like kind of. a
Yeah,
cliff.
in the middle of the crescent.
Yeah, and so it's got like multiple levels within a short period.
Right.
That makes sense. So it's like, you have like the upper boulevard and the middle boulevard and the lower boulevard kind of thing. That's like lots of little.
Little square buildings,
Yeah.
kind of terraced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I say that there's still a sea wall for the town because that would have been made from stone.
Right.
But like we could see where a dock would have been, but it's just completely crumbled
Yeah.
away.
Gotcha. I'd like to say that maybe there's like an old like clock tower kind of thing, but that's like completely fallen over.
Oh, okay.
So it's like clearly there was like a town center villa area, and then like in the middle of it there's just this kind of like tall obelisk like building that's kind of like knocked over.
I wonder if there's a way we can define the town. Like, what was this town's specialty? What did they make?
Well, I'm imagining it's like a fishing village.
Yeah, because they had the docks that aren't there, but the evidence of the docks. So you probably see a lot of like old fishing gear.
A couple boats maybe like sunk into the water, like it's like a mast like sticking out.
And Bast, you would know, like you've seen this sort of fishing gear before, but it's like we've developed in technology for fishing, right now. So like you're like, this is old fishing gear.
We didn't use anything like this back in Ochre for, I don't know, 100, 150 years. It's been a while. This is some old technology.
Yeah, the knots that you do in your nets are much more tight.
Yeah,
secure.
our knot technology has come a long way. All right, we're making like some really high tech knots these days.
I want Bass to do a TED talk on knot technology.
This is not your typical TED talk.
And it starts out you talking about knots, and then it just goes into you talking about how you do not like technology.
Yeah. And then it just goes off the rails into conspiracy territory.
Oh my gosh.
Have you guys heard about this Illuminati?
Naughty. Illuminati.
This guy knows.
And since they have a lot of stonework in their houses
Yeah.
and their buildings, I would expect also like probably some stoneware, like plates and like the.
Honestly, I'm almost thinking like there's a quarry nearby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could be a
Oh,
quarry.
maybe built into the side of the mountain or something like that. Yeah, and I would think lots of mosaic work, right? So just like the kind of thing that like that's where we might draw conclusions about. Maybe they fished, or like what would they fish?
Oh, and
whatever.
also when we saw
just, like, design
the
stuff.
dragon, things, the structures and the statues.
dragon statues, yeah.
I mean, probably these people created them, I would imagine, right?
You can't tell.
Is there any sort of dragon symbolism in the town?
Oh, yeah, there's dragon symbolism
Yeah,
all over,
right,
too.
right. Yeah.
So maybe
Probably
like
the mosaics as well.
yeah, exactly. In the mosaics, maybe there's like dragons, and it's
Right.
like you see like a dragon like flying over like an ocean, and there's like fish jumping out and stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
clearly
Almost-
that.
I'm thinking almost like in Florence as well, how there's just like sculptures in the middle of the roads as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
A lot of them kind of like
Fountains.
missing their little edges
is-
that would have been like eroded away
Yeah, they've
and
been
stuff.
rounded down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably,
Like
yeah.
like the Sphinx missing its nose, this dragon maybe is missing a thing or two.
Yeah, because
Snout.
when you have those coastal like storms, just like
Yeah.
buffeting it with water and stuff, just like ground down.
But if this was a stonemason's town, there's probably a lot of stone artists as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Cool.
Artists. Stone. Get it? Never mind. I was trying to be funny. You notice that Ren has also, once you arrived in the town, they've transformed into their like human form and are like going around and just like observing everything. And maybe they like leave their hand on one of the buildings or the mosaics, and it lingers there. And they say, "I know this town.
Oh.
This town is called Dewdrop."
Dewdrop.
Dewdrop.
How do you know about Dewdrop? What's Dewdrop?
Well, I used to live here. This was my home.
You're from this town.
I'm from this town.
You're
Where's
from
your
this
house?
island.
My house doesn't exist anymore. This was my home long ago.
Oh.
A new town, Dewdrop, has been built upon my old home. But
Did you forget about it until just now? Is it all coming back to you?
That's why she drinks.
I drink to remember. Certain things come to me that I have forgotten long ago.
Right.
When you become a Ryuujin, there are certain things you forget.
Kind of like in It Chapter 2 when they went back home and then everything just came back to them, but they forgot about it in their adult lives, but then they went back.
Is this a book you've read?
No, I don't read books.
It was a scary story I told him.
Yeah. It was about a clown.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really long and really weird.
This might be a rude question, but I'm not sure if we've ever asked you. How old are you?
Older than this island.
Also, can we just go back another? When you become a Ryuujin,
Yeah.
so you weren't always one?
No.
Wait, ooh.
Yes, Bast.
Can we become Ryujins? Is that a thing that we can do?
That's a difficult question to ask right now.
Oh.
But
So that's not a no, though. That's not a no, you guys.
I don't have the ability to do that for you.
Right, but somebody does.
Somebody does.
Cool.
Because I was turned into a Ryuujin.
Were you a dragon before you were a Ryuujin?
She was a cat.
Yes and no, but that is a conversation for another time.
If we become a Ryujin, do we get to pick the animal that we get to turn into?
Oh, I want to turn into Bucket.
Yeah. Well, you better clear that with Bucket first.
Well, I mean, like Bucket.
Oh. Then you guys can be pig pals.
Yeah. Well, it's like Cyrus. You're my people pal, and then Bucket's my pig pal.
So yes, you get to choose your animal form if you want to do
All right,
that.
I'm gonna start thinking about that now.
So, beyond this line of questioning, is this where we're supposed to go?
Yeah. Look over there. There's the storm.
Wait. Oh, so the storm's incoming?
The storm is incoming, and it looks like it's not as big as it was because obviously it's going to be a small formation of dark gray clouds that you see, but it looks like beyond Dewdrop, deep and within the jungle. Not quite to the volcano yet, but it's somewhere between the volcano and Dewdrop that you see a strange formation of clouds.
Is it coming towards us, or is it just kind of
No, it's sort
hovering?
of just hovering there.
All All right.
Well, I guess we got to head that way. Do we
approach?
should we look around town more, or should we?
Can you talk to the dragon?
I can.
All right.
If we get closer to it. Just like you can talk to the dragon.
Oh,
Well, we don't know if it's going to be feral or not.
right.
The last one was.
Can you tell if this one's going to be feral?
I cannot tell if this one's.
I mean, this one seemed pretty chill before. I mean,
Yeah,
it
if it
could
was-
have just
It
killed
didn't.
us.
Yeah, it didn't blow up our boat in the middle of the water, so less feral.
If it was going to be feral, I'm sure we'd all be dead by now.
That's a comforting thought.
Well, we're alive, so that's good. And there is right over there where that cloud formation is, there is a shrine over there.
Oh,
At
Do you
least
remember
there
that
used
one?
to be.
Okay.
okay.
Was
when
that
I
your
lived
shrine?
here. My shrine? No, I'm not. I'm not important.
Is there
enough
going to be a
have
dragon
shrine.
inside of this shrine?
There might be a
Well, there's
dragon
one
inside
above
the
it. We know that.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense if there was a dragon in the shrine, since the clouds are surrounding it.
Let's go.
I mean, I guess. Is there anything that we should look for in this town? Do you think? Like, is there anything you remember from here that might be useful in dragon scenarios?
No, this town has been long forgotten and abandoned.
Yeah, clearly.
Unless you feel a need to bond with anything in this forgotten
I don't
city.
need any more bonds.
He's just looking for things to trade.
Oh, you want things to trade?
No.
Probably the mosaic tiles then.
Oh yeah, look
Okay.
it. The eyes are
And the
gems.
stoneware.
We look back at the mosaic tiles and like half of them have already been like cracked off.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
How many days walk do we think it's going to be? Like, how
Oh, you
far
could.
is it?
It's like an hour's walk.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess let's do it.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right. You walk into the jungle. Everything seems to go as planned. Like nothing wild comes out and attacks you out of the blue. You make it to the shrine. And once again, the fog and the clouds are encircling the shrine. So when you enter, you notice it's notably more cold. And everything about the shrine just sort of smells damp and moldy.
Oh.
It's sort of like,
Smells like air demon.
yeah, it does smell like
Exactly what I thought. Yeah.
And air demon is just standing like right outside the entrance to
Loving
it,
it.
just like he was in
Yeah.
the last one. Just like, oh, back home.
Yeah, it's very misty, as you would expect, being surrounded by clouds that have been raining and whatnot. As you pass from the antechamber into the main chamber, you see, sitting on a grumpy cloud, is a mighty thunder
A
dragon.
grumpy cloud?
A grumpy cloud. It's not a happy.
Describe.
A grumpy cloud is a gray cloud that is very sad and wants to rain.
Does
Okay.
it actually have a face?
No.
But
Okay.
kinda. Like you look at it kind of like when you look at clouds,
You're-
they
it's
like,
kind
oh,
of
that
look like a
one's
face.
grumpy.
It's like that
I'm
one's
imagining like a
That
Super
one's-
Mario Brothers situation, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a Lakitu,
But it's like a-
gray cloud.
It's like a journey to the west type situation. This dragon's literally hovering on a cloud.
It's sitting on a cloud, yeah.
yeah.
It's just sort of relaxing. They've got like a pointy zigzag beard and there's a pointy horn on the top of their head. I can actually show you pictures.
So
Oh, yeah.
as we come across this dragon, I immediately like start like searching in the back of my mind for fairy tales about these types of dragons. Like if I had maybe seen
I
them
don't see
before.
the cloud though.
Well, there's no cloud. The cloud is part of the story. That's the dragon.
Cool.
It's the thunder dragon.
Do you want to show it off to the camera as well?
I don't know. It's very small.
This guy.
Thunder
It's
dragon.
very tiny.
That's
Try.
cool.
He looks like a Pokemon.
You
Nah,
gotta
nah, you're not gonna be able to see it.
you gotta turn it the other way. Turn it
Oh yeah,
upside down.
turn it around, Rick. There you go. There you go.
Low, nope,
Can
down.
you
There you go.
see
That
it?
guy. Nope, they can't. It's really blurry.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
can't
blurry.
see it. Sorry,
Anyway,
guys. Sorry.
he's got lightning bolt horn, and he
Use
looks like a
your
Godzilla.
imagination.
Looks like Godzilla with lightning
Oh,
bolt
you-
tail and lightning bolt horn.
You closed the book.
You close the book.
Rude. Now I gotta get back to my dragons. Where are my dragon tags? Well,
I
you
saw
were
you. I saw you flip to that page. So I wasn't sure if you needed to be on that page. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I just gotta remember where my dragons went.
So yeah, Aster is like running back through his mind, like, do I know anything about these types of dragons?
Yeah,
because
and you-
I've been reading a lot about them, so I
Yeah.
might remember some things.
Since you've been reading a lot about the dragons, you know that thunder dragons are playful, reckless,
dragon. They're playful and
troublesome,
Very
strong-willed, temperamental, and excitable.
They're very excitable.
Of all the weather dragons, they are the most destructive. But it's not that they're evil or hostile. The fact is that they are simply a little foolish and don't think things through.
So sometimes they make mistakes.
While
and
they
things
love
get blown up.
making a racket, they also get tired and bored easily, which is why thunderstorms never last long.
I
gotta
can
wear 'em out.
relate to this one.
Just gotta wear them out.
On stormy days, they frolic by pointing their horn toward the ground and dive bombing the earth. Like crows, thunder dragons are attracted to shiny materials and will often appear where metal are visible in the sky.
There might be some metal around here.
I got my axe.
I mean, I don't think we need to. Oh, you're waving it now.
Yeah.
Okay, like a little beacon.
Put that away, buddy.
Don't wave your axe at a dragon.
So the dragon is very patient and waits for you to explain about thunder dragons to everybody.
Hello, dragon.
We have much to discuss. And end!
Oh no!